Okay, so just that first glance is always so like, I don't know, man. like, and then I like just dealing like with the whole like the fact that I'm yearning for like this image that's not achievable, but I don't know. My reflection I can deal with. Honestly, like when I'm captured, it's a bit more like that I don't know myself. So anyway, but I was thinking, I was like, if I were to pay homage to Forrest Gump and any part from that movie, I don't know. There's so many parts to choose from, and it's drivel, but there's so many parts to choose from. And I think that I'd be like, you drowned on a Sunday, like when he was like talking, and like it would just be this like revelation about like how like I went with like, because I've been in water enough, and I've been in water that probably could have drowned me if the possibility had been there, like, you know, the undertow or whatever. Yeah, so like I just drowned with all those kids who drowned in like 2003 and 4 or whatever. And like, it's like, well, kind of solves it. I understand why you're doing this now. This like weird whatever it is. Yeah, and I'm just like trying to be appeased. It's like, fuck. Like there's so much like betrayal that happens that it's like it doesn't really, like I'm never honest whatsoever, it seems. And yeah. Just seems like I'm never honest, and it's kind of this like the other day I spoke to someone and I was like so impressed by like the fact that I was, you know, like being like this like awful person, that I like just started saying like whatever came to mind rather than like yeah, so rather than like whatever would be like the path that you'd want to follow and like the normal things that people say. And then I think I went home and like slept on it. Like I was just like, this has been the worst day. And yeah, so I think the mosquitoes are kind of like for the season, but it has been kind of like cool, I guess. It's been pretty cool, so hopefully the mosquitoes have gone away. See, right there, it's like this like devolved take on like what I'm being about, when in reality like I just want to talk about some fucking mosquitoes and like just generally like level about like how I don't like getting bit and shit. And yeah, maintenance crews are out in full force. There was a grave back there. Yeah, with those chippers just tidying up. Yeah, so there's, I guess, when it's fresh, they're like, there's a board over it or something so someone can sleep properly. It's just like, yeah, I should know this intrinsically, but I don't think I ever will. And then, yeah, like actually being here, like I should be like able to talk about the cemetery properly and like find where there's plots and stuff, but I don't really know what would mark a plot. So, yeah, so, yeah. And then like I don't know, like tact really, it's weird because like people will say like really, they'll resound and it'll just be this really solemn verse about how I'm like fitting into this world and like about how people apologize for the way I've been treated, and then they'll just say weird things like in reality that's a bit more their speed and like something that someone would say to me, you know, like this day or whatever, rather than like, you know, something that's wonderful that they're speaking of. So it's like this marriage of like beauty and like absolute cancer, and it's just like, it's like, you know, like I don't understand it. I don't understand the intention, and it's like I don't get upset about it, but it's just more like, it's just like it's frustrating because, and I know that I'll never be close to anyone when that exists, and people are just so like, you know, two-faced or whatever. And it's just kind of like, yeah. And this, like, I don't see it any more than I see in like, you know, just like dumb girls who are dumb and they're dumb. And they're just saying dumb shit and it's just like dumb. I don't see it in anything more than that. And I think that's appropriate. It's almost as if like they just had to be honest in their, they couldn't actually love me or anything. It's like, no, your choices were kind of forced into this. Can't love you. Like, have to be terrible. Like, yeah. I think I'm gonna go to the library because the library uploads in like a minute or two because I guess the Wi-Fi reception is much better. So, alright. So that's that.